Fear.
Fear that after a while kind of makes you numb, to be honest.
Oh.
You are in survivor mode, so you find ways to survive. We all have a vibration and energy, and that confidence, it's an energy that we all have. Growing with that mentality every day, you feel like, okay.
Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
So Anastasia, thank you so much for joining me here. I'm so excited about the new book that you have come up with. And this one, I know it's probably been in your heart for a while, huh? To write this book.
Yes. I think, I lived it before I decide to write the book. But I think after COVID, I felt I needed to write my story, to hoping that I will inspire other people to follow their dream, whatever the dream is. And with something in mind that if Anastasia was able to do it, I could do it too.
Yeah, and it's interesting. I still remember when we met. It was our dear friend Diana Madison, who's also in the book.
Yes.
Right, and we met at her party, and I remember we had a conversation, and it stood out to me because you talked about women empowerment. You talked about mentoring, like, female entrepreneurs and giving them a voice and helping guide them. And to me, it stood out because a lot of people who have achieved a certain level of success, they want to keep it all in. They don't want to share, they don't want to mentor, but you're like, everyone can rise together. So where does that come from?
I think I came from a family, Macedonian family that emigrated in Romania, and we support each other. This is how, if I am doing good, everybody else will do good. And if we all do good, we all raise up. That's my principle, and this is how I grew up with this mentality.
So,
like, for instance, excuse me, interrupt you. I worked on Bedford Drive. My salon is on Bedford Drive and is there for many years, since 97. And I always wanted all my neighbors, all the businesses there to do well. I would send them clients. Of course, they would send me in return, but that was not my purpose. The reason why I wanted to send them clients, because I wanted them to be successful. If everybody on the street was doing a successful business, we all were well.
Thrive. And that's not a typical way of looking at things. And it's interesting to me because it's how I operate. I think of abundance for everyone. There's so much to go around. And some people think, well, if I give it, then I lose it. But you seem to come from more of like, it's free for all. Do you think it's as far as like, it can be shared, everyone comes together? And do you think that's something that you learned growing up?
Yes, I learned growing up.
Yeah, it's a very powerful one. And you went, this story, it was just so fascinating. You went from Romania, right?
Yes.
All the way here with no cash, no plans, no, just you just went here on faith, right? How does that feel like? For looking back, was it like, oh my gosh, like a movie, or how do you feel about that?
Looking back, I think, wow, where that power, where that confidence came into me, and it was quite a challenge because remember, I left Romania when the communist regime really kept us so close. We couldn't watch anything on TV. It was only communist propaganda. We didn't have magazines. I had some bootleg VCR tapes that I could watch, and that I think I watched every single one 100 times. The Color Purple, the Beverly Hills Cop, the Pretty Woman, all those. Just I wanted to understand what is happening in America. And it was crazy to come here without speaking the language, no money, because I wasn't allowed to leave Romania even with $1 in my pocket.
Really?
They put me in jail, yes.
So you came here with nothing?
Not even a coin to make a phone call.
So you didn't even know when you landed what the plan was?
No, this is what, the fear that I was there and I thought with the baby in my lap, and I thought, if my husband is not there, like you always make all stories in your head, how about if his car break down, how, you never know. And I thought, what I'm gonna do? I'm with a little baby, and if my husband is not here, I don't speak one word, and what I'm going to do. I mean, that fear, I even, probably when I was in Romania, I didn't even think about it. But when I landed, that fear was, wow.
Well, a lot of people that feel the fear, they freeze. They don't know what to do. But for you, it didn't stop you. Did it fuel you? Or what was the bigger calling there?
I think for a second was a fear, like what I'm going to do. And then was like, I have to figure out. I have a kid. I have to figure out what I'm going to do. So I was able to go to the baggage claim, and I saw finally my husband there. Then everything was better.
Yeah, and I was just reading the book and going over just the past. Even your mom was a illegal seamstress, right?
Yes.
In Romania. How was that for you growing up?
Was not illegal seamstress, but in Romania at that time you couldn't own your own business.
It was almost like
an illegal business.
But how did at that point in time you probably learned something from watching that, because how was that, seeing that? Were you guys in fear of, like, at any given time the livelihood can be taken away?
Yeah. Turn the lights, put everything, hide everything. But that was a way of living in Romania. Like if you had anything like coffee or scotch or anything,
they can take it away.
Hide. Yeah, I mean, that was the black market, and they could raid your house at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you are thinking, okay, let me think, what do I have in the house? Because sometimes you have things that you don't even, doesn't cross your mind, everyday things that you have around the house. Or my husband used to, when he was on a trip being the ship captain, they will get some money for food or for whatever they needed every day, per diem. And I was thinking, how about if in one of his pockets, by mistake, he had $1? We'll all
just $1.
$1 will all be thrown in jail. So so we lived in that fear that after a while kind of makes you numb, to be honest.
Oh, so that's probably the blessing in it, is that fear didn't stop you, because you're like, what's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that could happen?
And there was a time too, I remember in the book, where you talked about you had to hide your grandmother's silverware,
gold, whatever we had. Yes,
and bury it
all the way in the back. We had like a shack, and you had to dig something. It was like a whole thing.
It's like a movie.
Like a movie. And if we had a wedding that we had to attend, and we had to get our, jewelry, you go there and you dig and you take that case out, and you had to put it back by the time you come back from the party, because you never knew the next morning at 6 o'clock they could raid your house.
But wow, so it's almost, so that's probably where it comes from, is like you experience fear, you become numb to it, therefore it doesn't stop you. You can just operate even if the fear is present.
Correct.
And your mom, she made it work, and she was resourceful, making it work. And was that an inspiration for you? Did you learn a lot from that experience, you think?
Absolutely, I did. Because what it happened, my father died when I was 12, so we had to survive. She needed to keep this atelier that she started, and she had to be resourceful. You are in survivor mode, so you find ways to survive.
Yes.
And in my opinion, I think my story relates to so many immigrants, that they come from different countries with similar story. And my mom was smart enough to find certain way of surviving. So what she did, she started having clients in wives of dignitary in the Communist Party. And that way, of course, they had to kind of act like they don't see my mom having her own business. So
you saw the power of relationships earlier on.
Very,
your
very
network.
early. Very.
Wow.
Yes, my mom had a great, I think she was a master marketer and a master of finding ways. Like, let's say you have a roadblock, you You don't know what to, she will find a way. It was never in my mother's mind that she cannot achieve what she puts her mind into. So growing with that mentality every day, you feel like, okay,
Anything's possible.
anything is possible.
Would you say the chapter in your book where it's like a no is not a no is you learned from your mom, right?
Yes.
Mm.
You
So
don't
that's
take
where it come
no.
from.
Yes.
So did it come from her grandma, her mom, or how did it come?
Her father.
Her father had
Yes,
it.
my grandfather that left Macedonia, and he went from Macedonia to Romania to few countries. He built a community, built homes, and they will take them away. And then he arrived in Romania. He built a community there. They took that land away, the farm that he had and the house. Then he moved to another city, and he built there another big house for himself and three other boys. And in, I think in 79 or almost 82, they took that house. It was a new house.
They took it away
Yes,
again.
they said
Wow.
Ceausescu came, drove by, and like, no, we should build apartment buildings here. So you couldn't say no, hey, I don't want it, this is my property. So they gave everyone a two-bedroom apartment, like a small little apartment, and fourth floor. I remember my grandfather was maybe 80, and his apartment was fourth floor with no elevator.
Fourth floor, no elevator. All the groceries going up and down and everything. Wow.
Yes, but he was, I think, going through so much in his life. He was such a wise man, and I always loved to be around him, to learn from him the way he could control himself, his mind, his spirit, his energy. And every morning he will, I will never forget this, he will have breakfast, and he had convoy beads, and he will meditate. He will chant and he meditate.
Before meditation was a thing.
In Romania, meditation didn't exist. People didn't know what meditation was. And he always used to say, you need to build a fortress because nobody could get into your mind and your soul. And you are as powerful as you want, but you need to use that in your advantage.
And I can feel that. And he told you that when you were a kid?
I was maybe 8 or 9 years old. So
that's a powerful lesson.
This was a long time. Okay.
That's a powerful lesson to teach.
Yeah, oh, very powerful. I will give you another example of how strong and how powerful he was. The last homes that they took it away, one of my uncle, but he was in his 50s, I should say, start crying and kind of complaining, like, we built this from nothing, and why they are taking away. He started crying, and my grandfather took his hand and he said, you have to stop. We don't have time to cry. Past is past, we cannot change it. We need to look in the future. We have kids, we have wives. Let's don't even think about it. Let's see what is next.
So he's very action oriented.
Totally.
And a lot of people, when things like this happen, they freeze.
Start crying, they freeze, which is normal, okay? But he had that power that didn't let the Communist Party and regime to kind of destroy his spirit.
That's very rare.
Very rare.
Like, because most people bend or they just give up. And I think one of the, now I can see where the lessons, a good amount of lessons here, you saw it through role model, through family, because they lived it.
For sure. Yeah, I lived it with them. And of course, I heard the story before.
So for you, you're like, okay, it just taught you the lesson that anything is possible, never take no, you'll always find a way no matter how long it is, and it's not a failure unless you give up.
For sure.
Because you can always...
And you could never give up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was a story that, that's also interesting that you shared was when your ex-husband, right?
Yes.
Got asylum, and then you were interrogated for years?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
I was waiting almost 2 years and a half in Romania because they didn't want to give me the passport.
Yeah.
So you are called in, and you know that tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock you have to show up at the police station. Well, most of the people, they will show you always, it was almost like a joke. You know what time you get in, but you never know what time
You'll get out.
you get out. You could be there for hours, you could be there for
It's like mental
days.
torture.
Of course, that was the style. Or you could be there for years.
Wait, days?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And I used to go there, and imagine this: you are in a tiny little room with a dark, no light, just a desk, a wood
Like
desk, and a light.
like the movies?
How you see in the movies, exactly.
real.
It was real, with a light in front of me. That's why. Since then, I cannot stay to strong lights. I feel like I'm interrogated.
Did they give you any food or no?
Oh, what food? Not even water. You are there, and they are trying to break you down. I had to. They wanted me to admit that I knew what my husband was doing. We both planned this, and they will throw me in jail. Of course, I have to say no. Doesn't matter. Didn't matter what they were trying to use. Thankfully, my mother again was smart enough to get in touch with some of her clients, and their clients could call the boss of whatever the police station was. And the only thing she wanted is like at the end of the day, at least they will leave me to come home.
Yeah.
So,
So for some days, it was a whole day thing for you.
oh yeah, could be an hour or it could be a whole day. You are called in, and you have to show up the next day.
To build your strength too.
Oh,
Your
yes.
tolerance.
Exactly. So you become like a rock at the end of the day.
And that's probably foundational, because when you're starting a business from scratch, because I moved here when I was 18 from the Philippines too,
Yes.
with nothing. So it's like when you're building, you need something almost beyond you to carry you through. And a lot of it is, if you had that experience, that's training, you're like, oh, that's nothing. I've done this. So,
Exactly.
you know, so
This is way easier.
way easier. So when you moved here, fast forward, you flew in here, you moved here. Was it hard, like leaving your family behind there? Because you can only travel with your baby, right?
Yes, but I have to say, when I wanted so much when I was home to come here, and all my family, they were trying to convince me not, but I don't think I even thought thoroughly to what impact that will do.
Yeah.
And I came here, and not having my family and the community support, it was so sad. It crushed my soul.
Because you had no like support system, right?
No, nothing. No. And they were such a big part of my being.
Yeah.
Because I had a huge family.
And it's probably family oriented there, right?
In the weekends,
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, we always had lunch and dinner at my grandparents' house. And we were 40 people at the table. Because my mother has there were 7 kids, and everybody had 2, 3 kids. So it was so hard. It was so hard, but the bad part was we couldn't go back.
Because they probably throw you in prison.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that one, how did you navigate that? Was that for the first few
I
months?
think
Was
I
that really hard?
cried for the first 6 months every day. I cried every day. After the second month, I went to a church, and they had English classes, even English classes, and I started learning English. And I bought a car, like $200, a SUV. I don't know. I mean, you're too young, but was a Ford station wagon. I think I don't know if they make cars that long, that big, and it was a beat up $200. Imagine, and at every curve, the was something with the exhaust system.
Yeah.
Will stop the car, and I used to take Benedict Canyon or Coldwater Canyon or Laurel Canyon, and at every curb, the car will stop. I had the exhaust like a hose that will come out of the hood.
Right.
People would start like, "Your car is on fire," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the mechanic right now." That was 2 years, and still I was going to a mechanic. And I had to start again because the car will stop. I had to start again, and it was.
But it didn't stop you.
But he didn't stop me.
Yeah,
So yeah, my husband after 2 weeks put Thomas guidebook. It was GPS didn't exist. Was that big
Yeah.
and thick Thomas guide, and he put it on my lap and like, You have to figure out. This is north, this is south, east, and west.
So you got to learn not only English, but the maps.
Oh my God. I knew after a few months, I knew every street. You didn't even need to tell me. I was a pro on finding on the Thomas Guide. And funny enough, a few years ago, my cousin came here to visit, and he said like, "Oh, you take us everywhere. You never use Google Map."
You don't
because
use
I
it?
know every single damn street.
So you don't use it now?
No,
Barely.
I use it unless you give me an address that I'm not familiar with.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And is that the car that you wrote about that you would park far away so people
Yes.
don't see it?
Because later on, I used to drive my daughter, and we used to go to places, dinner, or invited by the clients. The valet parking didn't want to park my car,
Really?
so I used to park very far away
And just walk.
and walk. Yeah.
Yeah. And because there's a line in your book that it doesn't take money to be put together.
Yes.
Right? You always like from day one, you were always just like, this is how I show up in the world.
Yes.
100%.
It was important for me to present myself because I learned from my mother. I mean, we made clothes, for God's sake, you know.
So you learned that earlier on as well.
I learned that very early. I mean, makes you powerful. I mean, it was my way to feel like, I'm really smart. I don't speak the language. You don't know how smart I am. But look, the way I dress, the way I walk, I have a presence here. It's an energy that we all have. I don't need to explain to you that because, we all have a vibration and energy. And that confidence, you don't need to speak the language. You could feel it.
People they're almost attracted to you. They don't know why.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. And then from there on, like walk me through how you got into your first, because you probably needed to get a job.
Yes.
So
my husband used to be a taxi driver.
Yep.
And I think he had the ego fear.
Yes.
He had the position, and he was like, first of all, his father was a huge figure in the Communist Party.
Okay.
So they had a very lavish life. He grew up in a very lavish household. And coming here to be a taxi driver, I think he had the ego crushed. And he worked as a taxi driver, and after an incident with a client, he had a book in the back seat. A client comes in the car, and the client takes the book. Was a Nietzsche, the philosopher, book, and he said, "Oh, I think your client before left this book because there's no way you could read this book. You are a taxi driver."
Oh, wow.
And he started a fight, and he was fired. So he didn't have a job. I had to get a job. Luckily, I went to beauty school. He suggested that you should go to beauty
Back in
school.
Romania, right?
When I was in Romania, he met few of the Romanian community, and he said every single woman that I met that was a doctor, engineer, whatever, professor in Romania, now they are all esthetician here. So you should go to beauty school. And I never thought that I would be an esthetician, but I thought, anyway, it's nothing I could do. I'm going to go. And luckily, one of the lady in the community was pregnant, and she wanted to take 3 months off. And she didn't want to let the owner replacing her because she wasn't sure she will still be back. Come and work in my place for 3 months, and when I come back, you have to leave. I'm like, oh, it will be a great experience for me. So I worked there 3 months, and those 3 months...
You outworked everybody, right?
Yes, every single person, and I did way more than my job description.
Yeah.
I mean, I was an esthetician. I was supposed to do body waxing and facials.
Yeah.
Well, I will clean the owner's station. I will clean their brushes. I will do anything just because I wanted to be around them to learn from them. I wanted to kind of understand how business is done in U.S., how they are able to be so elegant and so appreciated by their clients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you went above and beyond,
Yes.
extra mile, and that's something that you learned from your mom.
Yes, from my mom.
Yeah, yeah, and also like doing things that outside the scope.
Totally.
Like-
I mean, never do
Yeah.
only what your job description is. If you want to have a better position or a better outlook of whatever you want to do.
It's the opposite of what I've seen, where some people, they have entitlement.
Yes.
But the opposite of it is you're just like extreme above and beyond ownership, and you're just like,
I think it's everybody's choice.
Yes.
What do you want? I'm not going to judge anyone, and I don't judge anyone. But that I wanted to be significant. I wanted to do something a lot more in life.
Yeah.
That's why I sacrificed so much. And to me, just doing only the job description didn't work. I felt like I could never grow if I do only that.
yes. And the learning part, that's a smart thing of like, let me be around so I can learn how they
absolutely.
operate.
How they talk, how they sell the products to the client. I wanted to, and to be honest with you, I think that's one of the pleasure in life that I have. I love to learn. Even now,
Yeah.
I don't know everything. I love to learn from everyone. And maybe things that are not even correlated with my work, but I still have this joy when I learn something.
Yeah, and that's also rare, because a lot of people, when they reach a certain level of success, they're like, I'm here, I've made it, I don't need to grow anymore, I don't need to learn. But you're like, there's still more. I can still learn, I can still give back, right? And you have this like hunger to learn, hunger to expand, hunger to give back. And what do you think drives you to do that now, when you can? I know the answer, but I'm just curious, like, what drives you?
I think I got this from my mother, from my grandparents, from my family. I think my DNA is
DNA.
And I love to learn. I'm so excited to. I don't need to work. Okay. I think I'm at the point where I could say tomorrow, I want to be on a vacation. I want to travel. That doesn't excite me. It's like I love connecting with people. I love to talk with people. I love to have a dinner with my friends and my family and talk about their project, what they want to do. I want to grow. You know what I mean? I always dream, and from the beginning, the moment I came, I want to reach levels that I could. I want to push myself to see what else I could do.
Your full potential.
My full potential.
What's possible.
That's why I came here. That's why I sacrificed so much.
Yeah, and it paid off.
Yes, paid off.
And to me, that's like when I study or talk to people that are at the highest levels. It doesn't matter how successful they are. They have that hunger for more, hunger for learning, hunger for growing, hunger for giving.
Absolutely.
They never lose that fire within them.
No, that stays with you. But not everybody is like this, and it's okay.
Yeah, and that's the beautiful
It's okay.
thing. It's okay, but it's
Whatever makes you happy. At the end of the day, whatever makes everybody happy.
and it's almost like you figured out who you are, how you're wired, what your strengths are, what keeps you up at night, and you just respect it and you protect it. And if someone's different, you're like, it's okay. Not everyone's the same.
Absolutely. We all are different, and this is what makes this country and this world so beautiful. We all are different.
Yeah, and in the book, you actually, now I see the connection, is you talk about your routines.
Yes.
But you probably got some of that also when you saw your grandfather have routines.
For sure.
Right? So what's your day like now? You wake up, do you have any like practices? And
So I
routines?
wake up at 7 o'clock, and every time I have to stay like a few more minutes in bed.
Yeah.
And I like to listen to music. Music is a big part of my life. If I don't have music, I feel like I'm incomplete. And I start with different moments of my day with different music. So in the morning, I like soft classical music, soft, calm. And I meditate. I give thanks to God because and to everything, because I am healthy and my family is healthy. To me, that's the most important thing.
Yeah.
Then everything, how blessed I am that I could learn more, that I could start going to work. To me, when I came to work, when I came to this country, do you know what the happiest thing? That I could have 3 jobs, because in Romania, you couldn't even have 1 job.
So you're happy to have
And
your...
I'm like,
wow.
oh my God, you could have 3 jobs here? Wow. So I start counting my blessing. Then I have a coffee, a black coffee,
Yeah.
an long espresso. And of course, I check all my emails, Instagram, social media.
So you do intermittent fasting? Or
Yes, I don't need breakfast.
Yeah.
My first meal is 12, 1 o'clock.
Yep.
And I start at 9 o'clock and I like to work out in the morning. I don't like to work at night, but sometimes I don't have time in the morning and I work at night. Working out is very important for me. So I start the Zooms and meetings and whatever I need to do. By 1 o'clock, I cook something for myself, like simple food.
Yeah.
I like to go to farmers market because I want to support the farms in neighborhood. So I like to cook simple food, not complicated. And then I start again until like 5, 6 o'clock with the Zooms. And then sometimes I could have guests here. I like to entertain so much. Or I will go to dinner. And then I come home and I do again the emails,
And do you have a routine at nighttime? Or just more in the morning?
At nighttime, I like to light a candle. Sometimes I take a bath. Sometimes I just rest a little bit and kind of meditate.
Yeah. And the meditate for you, is it like you're just there working on your breath work, or what? How does it look like for you?
Breath and just calm.
Calm. And there's this practice in the book that you talk about, you share it, is the joy burst.
Yes.
How does that work?
I think we are all vibration, as you know.
Yes.
If you start thinking, and the high vibration are the positive, and the low vibration frequency are the negative thoughts. If you start thinking more than 17 seconds to one thought, then that will attract some other, the same. Could be positive or could be negative.
Yeah.
And then you create a momentum. So it's hard. It brings you down if you think of negative thoughts, or lifts you up if you think of good thoughts.
Yeah.
So I try always to be positive. I like to laugh. I like to smile.
Yeah.
I see the good parts in everything. So I think that kind of lift me up. And I always believe that I have people asking me, don't you ever stress? To me, stress, I think you inflict stress in yourself. It's like I wake up in the morning and I open my emails, and of course there are a lot of emails because this is how I call business. There are problems, you need to find a solution to the problem, okay? Or you will have an email where you solve the problem, or emails where you didn't solve the problem. Now, how can we find another way to solve the problem? This is what business I will call. And I will try as much as I can to do the best, to have my very good intention, and sometimes they will come out good, sometimes they will not, but it's like, this is life.
Yes.
And I always want to stay positive and to lift my spirit in a high frequency, that I'm always in a good mood.
And what happens, because with business, there are surprises, or there's things that happen that throw you off.
Yes.
Are you like, okay, let me see if I can get this under 17 seconds, or minimize it?
I think it's so embedded in me that I don't need to watch.
It's natural now.
It's natural.
And so do you do more self-care or practices when things get hard, or you just like push through it mostly?
I think my spirit is so strong, and I build this over, I'm like, it's old enough to know exactly how to manage my feelings, and how to be, and how to pass through to hardship, because I went through a lot of hardship. But you know what? And most of the time, I don't really look at the past. I look at the past and experience that I did and was not good, just to learn, never do it again.
Oh, for lessons. You look for lessons. Yes.
But I never beat myself. Whoa, why I didn't do this in the past? Past is past. I cannot change it. Let me be present.
Yeah.
Do the best I can, and let me plan for the future.
That's actually a really powerful concept right there. Because you can't change the past, you can't control it.
I cannot control it, I cannot change. The only thing I could do, I could learn and never do the same mistake twice in the future, in the present. Yeah. So I like to live my present. It's very important. This is a very important thing, to live in the present.
Yeah.
Because I think we have a tendency to live in the past or live in the future. And living in the present is very important, and plan for the future.
Yeah. That's okay. Got it. That's I'm sure the listeners would love that, because the future you can create only from the present.
Of course.
So why, if you want that, then you got to focus on here.
Today, here.
Right. So when you were starting out, like, as an esthetician, did you ever envision that you would build what you built?
No, I never envisioned. I never had a plan. Everybody's asking me, like, what should I do? I don't have a plan. I don't have investment. Well, you have to action. Get a job.
Right.
I got a job because I needed to pay my bills. I started doing facial, and I discovered that eyebrows are important, and nobody paid attention. I started focusing on that. I started liking. I became passionate about it. So from that, I created products. So one thing led to another one, and this is how I grew the company.
So it was almost one step at a time.
One step at a time. I mean, I had to do something, feel secure and ready to go on for the next step.
And from the book, it's a lot of obstacles that never stopped you.
Yes.
Like one of the ones I remember was you knew you wanted to launch a product.
Yes.
And you saved for 5 years to be able to make it happen, right?
Yes.
Talk about that. Because to me, that's like, one, that is so much patience and so much will and so much faith of like, oh my gosh.
So I think I worked at the salon for those two ladies, wonderful ladies. I saved $5,000 to rent the room. How I saved? I was the only breadwinner in the family. I never took clothes to the cleaners. I used to do everything for them. Our clothes. I wash, I iron, I did everything.
So you had 3 jobs and then that.
Oh yeah. I will go home, I will cook. We never went to a restaurant because I will cook. Then I cleaned the house. I never had a cleaning lady. Because to me, when I would do the math, I couldn't understand. My colleagues have cleaning lady. I was like, you make $120 a day and you pay $80. It doesn't make sense to me. Yes, you should have a cleaning lady when the money that you pay your cleaning lady, it's a tenth or a small amount of your income. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense to me. So this is how I did, and I saved the money, and I rented the room. I bought equipment. I rented the room, and I paid the first rent. Then I started saving the next phase. I started saving $60,000, and it took me like from 92 to 97.
Because they wouldn't. Was that because they wouldn't do credit card, right? Is that what it was?
No, I went and I got my credit, but I came from a culture where I didn't know I could use credit card to build something. The credit card, I use it only to order products for my job, because they were, at the beginning, they used to take COD checks. Now, after a while, they didn't. And that's why I use the credit card. And then I remember one time I bought, I don't remember, a dress, and somebody told me, because I couldn't understand the credit card thing.
Yes.
And I asked a friend, like, yeah, you could pay only, I don't know, $20 a month. And then somebody explained, I said, please sit down with me and explain to me this. It's like, yeah, you will pay this, but you will pay interest. And I said, okay, but then at the end, when I will pay the entire $200 dress, I will pay $400 for this dress. Like, doesn't make sense to me. Why I want to do that? I'm going to buy only when I could save $200 this dress, and that's it. So that was the mentality that I came from Romania. And when I saved the money, I save it just because I worked hard. I worked 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
7
No
days,
breaks.
no breaks.
Wow.
And I went to Italy to create product for my clients. And this is how it all started. And then I created products, and then I started working in the salon and still needed cash to go over and maintain that business. And I started doing, I bought my first house in 95. Was inexpensive. At that time, thank God, the homes were not that expensive. And I fixed the house, and then I flipped it after a year.
Wow.
And that was my part-time job. I used to buy homes, everything, and
I didn't know you flipped homes.
Yes.
Wow. So you're
This is
that
how I maintained the.
is that your fourth? That was that your fourth job?
Yes.
Wow. So you did that. Where did you find time for that?
Well, at
You had to
night.
learn that at
Yeah.
nighttime. Oh,
Yeah.
wow. After cleaning and cooking.
Or during the day, I will hire a team, a Romanian contractor, and yeah, or in the weekends before, in Sundays, I will not work 9 to 10 o'clock. I will work a little bit less, but doing house calls.
Wow. Okay. So from there, like you are the leader and the pioneer in the brows,
Yes.
right? So from there, you mastered that art. Like there's a geometry, right? That you talk
It's
about
a
that a little bit.
mathematical formula that shaping the eyebrow correctly brings a harmony to the face.
Yeah.
As eyebrow being the most important feature in our face that brings harmony, because the balance and perfect balance and proportion of the face. So based on that theory, I started creating products. Eyebrows were the first one, and then the makeup products. And that, I think, it started a category in the beauty business.
That wasn't there prior.
Yeah.
Because even with the brows, you never knew it was going to be a thing. And the demand was going to be, there's lines outside your store, right?
I know.
That was like, was that more, were you shocked when that happened? Or were you just like, that's just.
I mean, I really believed in it. It was science and beauty combined, and I couldn't believe that nobody even thought of. I mean, I always took everything I learned in art school,
Yeah.
and if you think about it, the human eye is encoded to recognize balance and proportion. That's why you look at the panther on the building and you think it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, or a nice architecture that is using the golden ratio. So the human eye is encoded to recognize this proportion, even if they don't know why.
Ah.
So when I started learning in art school, I thought, yeah, this is, I can't believe nobody even think about it. Because if you take a piece of white paper and you start with a pencil to draw a portrait, you start using white of the paper and the dark, and you use different intensity to create 2D, to create a nose bridge, to create eyes, cheeks, lips, and so forth. So makeup, kind of in my mind, I have to ask myself, why we use makeup? Well, we use makeup to create an illusion of perfect balance and proportion with the face. Using dark color, you minimize certain feature of the face, and light color to emphasize feature of the face. So all my study that I had in Romania, I kind of start questioning why we use makeup. So those were the answer that I give myself. And I thought, this is brilliant. I have to use, because I really believe in this theory.
And nobody talks about it. It's like you're the first that ever bridged both worlds together.
I know.
Wow. And from there, like so talk to me about now, like getting into business, like, you were able to find a supplier, manufacturer, right?
Yes.
Abroad, and
Yes.
that started. And what happened then? Like, how was it difficult juggling your day job and then now you're.
Of course. I used to have an earphone while I was working with the clients and work with the manufacturer, or my daughter started helping me, and it was challenging. I didn't know anything about manufacturing, as a matter of fact. And I learned along the way. I learned from mistakes. Of course, I've done mistakes, but I try not to do twice the same mistake, and
And that probably is what, I'm looking at elements now. I understand, like never giving up, finding a way. There's no. And if you don't know it, you can always learn it because you love learning.
And you know what? I talk in the book about Franklin effect. I always ask my clients, and I knew, I always say, like, give me 2 weeks, I will find an answer. I will start asking clients, hey, I need help with this. People are willing to help if you ask for help. Like, I don't know, can you help me with this? And my clients were amazing and so helpful.
So you weren't afraid of asking for help?
No. Why should I be afraid? I didn't know.
Right.
And I will keep asking. And sometimes clients will say, I don't really know, but let me see if I find somebody, or maybe I know somebody.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing. People that are asking for help, I will say, well, let me see if I could find somebody that could help you. I don't know that well what you are asking, but I don't have an answer for you, but let me see if I could find somebody.
And then from there, what was the next step? And when were you able to, or did you ever, when did it change to where you did less of your day job and more into your business? When did that shift happen?
Well, in 2000, Nordstrom approached me to have the products in there.
This is the magic Nordstrom moment, right?
Yeah.
Oh, talk about that, please.
Yes. So I went to Seattle and we had the meeting there. It was a big conference room with probably like 14 people, men and women. And I was trying to sell my products. It was a 5 items brow kit. And I was talking how important eyebrow. Like, they had other big brands in the store. They didn't think that this was such a big deal. And I said, and it's very important because the clients in 2000, they really didn't know how to use the products. And it's important to have esthetician here. Let's open boutiques or brow studio and kind of do the service here.
Yeah.
And of course, they said, no, we are not in service business. We are a retail company. And I said, I totally understand. But number one, I don't know one woman that, if the clients, when you do service, every 3 weeks they have to wax their eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't know one woman that goes through the beauty department and doesn't grab a lipstick or a lip gloss. I don't know, because I'm guilty of that. So still, I didn't convince them. And I said that when I was on one side of the table, the other side was a lady with a kind of full eyebrow, but was so blonde that you couldn't see her eyebrows. Beautiful with blue eyes, very pretty. And I said, do you mind if I will show you how to use this kit? Can I use as a model? And she said, sure, yeah. So still, men, some of the women, they are not very impressed. So I go there, I take the stencil, I fill in. Within 3 minutes, everybody was floored because one eyebrow was done and one was
undone. Yeah.
And that was the end of the story. Of course, everybody was like, yes, I convinced everyone. We opened brow studios, and even today, they are still our great partner. Yeah. So that was in 2000. Then in 2007, we expanded in Sephora, Ulta, Macy's, and so forth. So
And what stood out about that example was when everybody comes in there and they want data and statistics and presentation, you're like, let me give you an experience, a transformation in front of your eyes fast.
Totally.
Wow.
Yes.
And that's the way you want it.
Again, don't take no as an answer. Find another way.
And just because it's never been done doesn't mean you're not going to be the first one to do it.
Correct.
Wow. And then did you have any more magic moments after that? Or?
Oh my God, there were so many magic moments. What you're talking about. Many magic moments. Like Sephora, I mean, we used to call Sephora all the time. Nobody answered us. So we decided to be part of this Cosmoprof in Las Vegas. It's a beauty convention. So we had a booth, and was a problem with the entrance. The computer didn't work. So who were the people that were able to walk in the first few hours, our booth was swamped by people. And 2 of the buyers the beauty buyers from Sephora, they stopped by. And of course, I was doing eyebrows before and after nonstop. And they approached us like, wow, this is amazing. we want to carry this, let's have a meeting. And we did. Yeah. We used to do, in those days before we were in major retailers, we used to do all these shows for makeup artists or Cosmoprof. There were lines of people around the building. I don't know, I have to look for videos or pictures because it was incredible. People didn't know. And if you think about it, when I started, they were esthetician, not eyebrow artist. Sure. Now you go around, I think I created so many jobs.
Category of
eyebrows.
Yeah, and what's interesting is also the way that you did it, because even till now, you're so client focused. Like when you go to these stores, you meet and you talk and you train.
The most important, my boss is my client. To me, the most important thing in my business is my client. I make products for them with them in mind. I shape their eyebrows. I care for whatever I want them to use my products and to feel good and to feel powerful. And this is what I work for them.
And you never lost that sense of service to clients,
Never.
Even until now. Like you have it in your heart.
But I love it. Like I said, I learned it from my mother. She was service oriented. I like that old-fashioned way of doing business.
Yeah.
You know, your customer is your boss. But it's beyond, for me, it's beyond she's my boss. I care for her. I am present. I care for you. You are my customer. I have to listen to, you are my everything when you are in my chair.
And they feel it.
Oh, you know, we feel, we are all energy. I feel when you lie to me. I feel when you tell me the truth. I feel when you show me love. I feel when you show me hate. This is who we are.
So you feel it.
You feel it immediately.
And so when you're doing brows, you probably, in a lot of ways, you probably build a connection because they probably talk to you about everything.
Oh my God. I knew when their kids were born. I knew when they got married. I know everything because we talked. We were friends. I used to see my sister every few years. I used to see my client every 3 weeks. You become friends.
And do you still have some of those same clients today?
Yes. Yeah. I started doing Jennifer Lopez eyebrow in 1992. Before she was filming Selena movie, and since then she's still my client.
Wow.
And friend, of course.
And you still love doing brows.
Yes.
Wow. Like, a lot of people lose touch of that, but yours
that's my biggest joy when I do eyebrow and I connect with my clients. That to me, that's the best.
Because it keeps it keeps the client relevant in their needs and how the market changes, right? You can also listen to like, this is what's.
But I love it. Beyond the fact that I could create products or whatever you feel like you need, I could think about it and create a product. I love it. Beyond making
products.
Passion. It's a passion.
So you will do it forever.
Forever. Yes.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is you also like really pioneered, stuff on Instagram. Before anybody was in you, it just went viral.
Yeah, we were the first beauty brand, to have a presence on Instagram.
Wow.
And that was credit to my daughter. She was the one that, we're traveling all the time, and she was tired, of course, working 7 days.
Yeah.
When you are that young, it's not fun. And she said, Mom, we should open an account on Instagram. And we did, and was absolutely incredible for the brand.
Yeah, it just took off.
Because we didn't have the money to compete with the big brands to do advertising, with TV ads and magazines. But Instagram went viral, and the day that we posted a picture, because at the beginning you posted pictures only, the day was a comment, because of course we read every single comment. That said, we posted a brow with a pencil, and she said, oh my God, I would love to have a pencil like this. And I answered, I said, send me your address and I will ship you one. And she said, no, because I live in a small village in India. And I thought, wow, the reach.
In India.
Wow. When I will reach in 2012 a customer in India.
Wow. So it opened up international for you.
Yes.
Wow. And a whole new dynamic of logistics, sending stuff internationally.
Yes.
Wow. But the reach, and again, like it was ahead of its time.
Totally ahead.
Ahead of its time. And it's something that when you look back, it's just like one put in front of the other.
Correct.
You never even knew it was going to blow up. You just
Never.
took that step.
And then we start sending products to some of the people that love the makeup. Like after they put their kids to sleep in their bedroom, you could see they will apply makeup, and we used to send them the products. And they will talk about our product. We never told them what to do, or
It was
very
organic.
organic. Okay,
So
and this is how the influencers start.
So you never really paid anyone to promote it?
No, because it wasn't even a concept of
Back then, yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
You know,
So
they were happy that we sent them the products.
So they were posting it because they loved it.
Exactly.
Wow. And then from then it went viral.
Yes, totally.
And would you say that Instagram opened even more opportunities?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So right now, how many countries do you guys send?
35?
35. It's a lot.
A lot. Okay.
Wow. And do you ever have them walk up to you in the street and like you know?
Oh, yes.
Probably.
If I go somewhere and I say my name, Anastasia, and they were like, oh my God, you are the eyebrow. I'm wearing your products. I have your lipstick. I have I love it because it's the biggest joy to get that compliment.
Yeah.
It feels like working hard is worth it.
Yeah,
just for that.
and the thing is, you did such a phenomenal job in creating the category and being the category leader.
Yes.
Like when you think about brows, it's like your name comes up.
Yes.
Nobody else, like it's like, you know, it's very like, you know, it's
For sure.
so. Let's talk a little bit about, because I think that was so interesting, and you know, I have 4 kids, and I always think about, gosh, I want to raise them with the same values. Talk about the story when you hired your daughter, right? Like that was such a fun story in the book. I was like, I want to do that.
Yes, yes. Well, my daughter was young,
Yeah.
of course, and she wanted a part-time job, and I said, okay, you could come. I was never present because I was working so long hours. For me, it was a way of watching her and seeing what she's doing. So it was great. And she was late one day. She's supposed to be at work at 8:30. And she was late the second time. And I told her, like, if you are late one more day, I'm going to fire you.
Yeah.
And I don't think she believed me. So I fired her the third time. She got a job at the insurance company. And after a month, she came to the salon to ask me for some money because after she paid taxes, she didn't have enough money to pay her rent. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that for you. So I let her there wait. I was going in a room doing another client. I will come out. She was still there.
Yeah.
It's like, Hadia, don't wait. I'm not going to give you money. Go and get another job. Go and get 3 jobs. I came here. I didn't speak the language. You speak the language. So, no, I don't have compassion for you. Of course, I wanted her to ask me for the job back.
Yeah.
She was so good at what she was doing, but I didn't want to ask her. I wanted her to ask me. That was a good lesson for her. Okay?
Yeah, and the thing is, as parents, we do the hard things.
Of course.
You might not understand it, but it's the right. You're teaching her a lesson.
Oh, the best lesson of her life.
Yeah,
Even now she's saying was the best lesson.
It's hard then, but it shapes who you are.
Absolutely.
Was it hard for you at first to say
But
no?
it was very hard. It was very hard even when I fired her. But
Really?
yes.
So what were you thinking? Were you like,
It's like, oh my God, where she's going to go, what she's going to do. But I had to be tough.
because you learned that
The best lesson.
lesson. So it was out of love.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of people miss that. Sometimes love is tough love,
Yeah,
but it's the right type.
yes.
Wow. So, but that was because you probably seen how you learned from.
But my mother was tough too.
She was tough.
Very tough.
So if you asked her for money back then, she would say no.
Yeah, she was very tough.
But she taught you the right lessons.
That's what I'm saying.
And you know what it is they were tough, but then when you see how they act, you role model them.
Yes.
So you're probably thinking like, you know what, if I do this,
Yes.
she will copy it. And now she's probably like, you know, like the lessons are like, it makes sense now.
I always laugh with her and say, when you are so young, I used to call in the morning, was 9 o'clock and you were asleep. And I'm like, get up and come to work. And now I call her and like, go home. Go home because you work too many hours, or take a vacation.
Take a day off, right?
Yeah, take a day off. Like, no, we have to lunch this.
Wow.
Yeah,
So the
it's
work,
quite-
so the work ethic, instilling it worked.
Oh, it worked 100%. Yeah.
Wow.
My daughter didn't have a credit card. You know, I worked in Beverly Hills and I saw so many kids that, of course, the parents were busy and they work very hard. So they give them a credit card. And at 14, they used to have all this funds that they could do whatever they want. Like, no, I can't do that for my daughter.
Yeah, because it.
We need the money to put it in the business.
Yeah, and you learned finance at such a important time as well. You saw it when people are like, it's easier to do the credit card. You're like, nope, I see the fees. I'm
See
not
the
doing
fees.
that.
No, I can't do that.
And
I can't pay double a blouse or something.
Yeah, and then the patience and the long-term thinking, which a lot of people think, instant gratification. You had
I'm not an instant gratification
you
person. I mean, I drove cars that people at my level at that time will not drive those cars. But you know what? I didn't care. I had the different goals.
What was your goal when back then?
I wanted to build a company. I wanted to have products. I wanted to open a salon. Driving a car that will take away the money that I could save to open the salon and to do the products, it wasn't worth it for me. I didn't care what other people think that I was driving this beat up car.
So you knew the power of sacrifice.
Of course.
Short term for long term.
And again, everybody, I never judge because I never like to judge, okay? But everybody needs to know, what do I want in life? Do I want a short-term things right now? I want to drive this Mercedes, even if I cannot save those money to put towards my big goals. And it's okay, you should do that if that makes you happy. For me, it was more important to build my dream than to drive I don't know what car, or to live in I don't know what huge house or apartment, or, it was, I think I have a patience of an, I don't know how you go, a Capricorn that goes and waits and goes and higher and never gives up. Yeah.
And because of that, you built a $1 billion business.
Yeah.
You ever thought you would do that?
No, that wasn't. I mean, of course, I wanted to be good, and I wanted to create incredible products that my clients will have access. I never thought that would grow that much. And I'm not saying I'm not happy. Of course, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
That I was able to do that.
But it hasn't changed you at all.
No.
Your
I'm still
drive,
the same person.
your resilience.
I still work like I can pay my rent. This is what I tell everyone. I'm still, of course, money, I think, will kind of took away that worry.
Yes.
And give me the opportunity to do things that before maybe I will not be able to do. But money will not change me. My character, my values are the same that they were 30 years ago. That should not change a person that is strong enough.
You protected your mind and your soul. It stays the same. And the thing is, beyond that, you're giving back. You're mentoring. You're mentoring female entrepreneurs, right?
I want to encourage people because you can mentor everyone. Okay?
Yes.
I want at least this book, I hope, will give the courage to a lot of people to follow their dream. And to be honest with you, the way I like to be mentored and how I was mentored, I didn't sit at the table with somebody and they did my homework. No, I observed people, what they did. I read everything. I watched them. This is how you learn, I think. This is the best way to be mentored. I watched my mother, how she dealt with her employees, how she dealt with her clients. This is how I learned. I watched my grandfather. And I hope my daughter did exactly the same. I didn't sit down with my daughter and like, hey, this is what you need to do. No.
She watched you.
She watched me.
So it's immersion, really.
Absolutely. I think people that they work and they have their boss or they look up to them, they should just watch them and they could learn. That's the way to learn. The best way to learn, actually.
Yeah, yeah. And when female entrepreneurs come up to you right now, what's the most common question you get? What do they typically ask
How
you?
you did it? I have a plan, a business plan. What should I do? Take action. Do something.
Yes.
Get a job. And could be a low entry job, but this is how you learn.
Action, because people miss the action part.
I learned over the years, and I've seen a lot of smart people with great idea. But if you don't take action to fulfill that,
You take the idea to the grave.
that's it.
Expensive idea.
Yeah, I know.
And you didn't take any investors, right?
In 2018.
But before that,
No.
before that, you built it all the way up to 2018,
Yes, I
all
own
self-funded.
100%.
Wow, that is a hard thing to do.
I look back and nobody wanted to invest, but I look back and I think, wow, I can't believe. And in 2018, the reason why I wanted to get a partner was because because of Instagram, we had the international reach, and I wanted to expand international.
Yeah.
I was working in the salon. I was doing
Still in 2018?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Still doing the business. I could not travel to open businesses.
Yeah.
So I thought that a business that has operation experience would be great. So I had to hire somebody to evaluate the business. I didn't even know. It never mattered because I own 100%. So
Why would you evaluate?
yeah, we are doing business every day. And I was almost shocked that the company was evaluated at $3 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you first heard that number, were you expecting that number or no?
No, absolutely.
What were you expecting?
I didn't even expect
Anything.
You know?
You had zero expectations.
Yes.
Wow. First, were you like, were you in shock at first, or were you like,
I was in shock.
Wow.
Wow, I wish I didn't wait that long.
But honestly, that's smart, because when you figured out that you love doing brows, this is what you love, but operational expansion and locations and logistics, there's another partner that's great at it. Why not?
Oh, yeah. Because I didn't know anything about logistics. It's a lot of
Learning.
there. And I couldn't. I think my energy and my focus should be in products.
Yes.
And in domestic, and let the partner expand and help with the international expansion.
So ever since then, it's grown much more.
Yes.
The expansion and your reach.
Well, unfortunately, the COVID came.
Yeah.
It was a terrible time for us because everything was shut
down. Everybody felt that. Everybody was affected by it.
Yeah. And now it's way more difficult right now, the business. The tariffs are killing me.
Oof. Yeah.
Me and everybody else.
Everybody else. Yes.
It's difficult. The business is not what used to be.
Yeah.
There are more difficulties.
But these things never stop you.
Yeah, they never stop. Yeah, of course. I'm still hoping that things will change.
Yeah. And it's almost like when these things happen, people go out in business, and the ones that are resilient, they redefine themselves and create something new. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's in a way, it's like, and when I think about it, like, what do you feel in the next 3 to 5 years? There's something that you're excited about. What's the vision, or is it still step by step?
I see it's step by step because you never know. Last week, the president said that he may put 100% on China. I mean, every component is made in China. Okay, so we already pay 55. If it's another 155, that's
Wipes you out.
So we need to find other ways, strategy. We need to. It's always.
This is a chapter in your book, Plan A, Plan B.
Plan B, yes. You have to create Plan B as well, because Plan A, I just had a meeting this morning. We need to find other ways. And unfortunately, China built all this infrastructure in the last 20 years. I know the president said, we should bring the manufacturer here.
It takes a while.
You cannot do it like this.
It's not overnight. It takes a while.
I wish we had more time,
Yeah.
And I'm sure there will be companies that will want to bring the manufacturing here, but you cannot do it overnight.
Correct.
And it's difficult. But
So at every level, at every stage, you really are being called to use the principles in the book. That's
Always.
how you navigate them.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. And it's a busy week for you. Like next week it's launching. Are you so like how do you feel about
Excited.
this is your not just a business book with principles. This is your life
Legacy,
work and your legacy. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I feel excited. And remember, I used to watch when I came here. I used to watch Oprah's TV show.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm going to have a conversation on the stage with her. This is full circle. I mean, not even in my wildest dream, 34 years ago, I would think that would happen. But here we are.
Wow. And people that have read the book early, I mean, the feedback, they're probably, what are people telling you?
Oh, they love it. I think they find the book inspirational. And this is why I wrote the book. Yeah.
Yeah. And it is. And to me, it's a story of courage, of action, of never giving up, of empowerment, resilience.
Yes.
And in today's society, we're desperately looking for role models who've done it.
Of course.
And I think, with your book, you've done a really good job being vulnerable and showing people, if I can do it, you have no excuse. Nobody, if you want it, it's your choice. You can do it too.
Of course.
Yeah. So if somebody's watching this, okay, what's your final message to them? They're watching this and they're like, Anastasia, I want to do this, but I'm afraid of failure. What if it doesn't work? And they're wanting to do a business or do something. Do you have any words of wisdom for people that are on the fence?
My advice is that they should look exactly what they want to do. They should, let's say they have a job right now and they want to do something else. Well, don't give up your daily job because you have to pay your bills. Just make a plan, take a little bit, do some short terms or part-time job in what you want to do. Prepare for the launching your new adventure. And then when you feel like you could make enough money that will cover the money that you get from the day-to-day job, then you could do that. So just quitting what you have right now without having a plan, I suggest they should prepare themselves.
Yeah. So a lot of it is preparation. A lot of it is take a second job if you need.
Take a second or third job.
Do the work.
Of course.
Take action. Don't postpone it.
Don't postpone it. Just take action.
Just take action. I think we need here in society. You can dream all you want, but unless you take action.
If you don't take action, I don't think you could ever fulfill your dream. If you are afraid, and what do you have to lose? You have to put on a piece of paper. What do I have to lose if I do this? And you put them down and, okay, I will not be able to pay rent. Oh, okay, then you should keep the job right now and try this and do it in your free time. And it needs to be a strategy always, no?
Yes. And I feel like, you can be honest with me because I'm here sitting in front of you.
Honest.
What do you think about my brows? Is there any hope for them? Do you do men too?
Yes. No, I have a volumizing tinted gel because you have great eyebrows. It's just the hair is very light.
So you can lead.
So this is a tinted gel that you could use it. I recommend to a man for the beard.
You got something for a beard too?
Yes.
Oh.
And this tinted gel is going to be amazing on you. It's great for men because it's doesn't look like you have anything on.
So it looks very natural.
Very natural.
Oh, okay. I'm definitely buying it. I want to try it on because I've never, but I was just like, now that you talk about the brows being the first thing that people notice, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I need to just be a little bit better. Oh, well.
Always is room for improvement.
Well, thank you so much for having us in your house.
Thank you.
And I appreciate it. And everyone that's watching this book is if you don't have any mentors, and you don't have anyone to guide you, and you look around you and there's no one who lives the life that you want, it's such a great book that shows you what's possible. And it shows you really the power of not only dreaming, but going all in on what's important.
Yes.
And what's possible when you actually just take the step. and you never give up. And it's such a
It's true.
powerful read, and I think it's a must read for everyone that wants to start a business, anyone who's struggling, or anyone who's been in a situation where they feel like, gosh, I'm starting from scratch and I want a better life. I feel like it is the perfect book to just get them what they need and more.
Oh, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for having us and doing this.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
I hope this book is gonna give everyone the power to do whatever they want, and not necessarily to start the business. It's just to feel powerful in everything they do every day.
Empowered in life.
Empowered in life. It's not about being an entrepreneur. You know?
So it's for anyone who just wants.
We all need little power to deal with every day. What surrounds you, what you open TV, you open your phone, your Instagram, your social media, it's like you're bombarded by so much. You need a lot of strength, and that is in with you. You need to activate it.
Yeah. And if you could travel back in time, would you what piece of advice would you give yourself? Would there be anything? Now that you know what you know?
Be who you are. Don't you ever think otherwise, because you are strong, you are powerful, you could do whatever you want.
And you did that too.
And I did it, yes. But I always believed that about me. I had this fire in me that nothing could stop me.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I think the fire is in everyone. But they need to just, activate that.
But you're still on.
Oh, I'm still on. I still get excited about whatever my project I'm going to have tomorrow.
So do you still feel like when people talk about doesn't matter how successful they're still day zero, they're still beginning? Do you feel like you're still very much, I'm just starting?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. That's such an important mindset too.
Very important mindset. Yeah. You need to get excited. I get excited. I'm so happy. I mean, I think we are the one that could clean the road ahead of us, of all the debris, and make it easier for us to move ahead.
Yeah, and you know what? I always think about this. This is a concept I talk about a lot. Is there's always the first person in the family to do what you're about to do.
Yes.
And you're the first one that ever did anything in your family.
That's true.
No one's gone further than you. So it's like, it's hard, it's difficult, but afterwards you've paved the road not only for your family, but for future generations.
That's true, but in my family defense, I think my grandparents, my parents, they did it, but they were not in the right country. I am in the right country where American dreams is still possible.
What does it say? Luck is when preparation meets opportunity?
Totally.
And you were prepared?
Yes, I am prepared. And opportunities are every time, every day. You just need to see them, to be prepared to see the opportunity.
So even today, you're still looking for opportunities?
Oh, all the time. All the time.
And again, that hunger, I respect it.
It's a hunger, yes.
It's respected because that's what, when I look at people who have achieved any kind of greatness in life, they never lose the hunger. They never lose that fire.
Yes, true.
It's there.
It's true.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And yeah, everybody, please get the book. You are going to enjoy it. I'm so excited for everyone who is. This book is a twofer. It's one that I call a twofer. You buy one for yourself and of someone who you love. It's a good gift.
It's a great idea. Thank you.
Of course.
Thank you so much.
All right.